And ACC basketball coming to WBBZ-TV January 4th at 12 noon. It's Pitt and NC State. ACC basketball, again, on WBBZ-TV. Hey, I'm so happy to have with us right now Howard Simon, one of the morning duo on WGR 550. And Howard, and I was telling you during the break, you're such a diva, Howard. First off, he stiffed us twice because he was speaking to college classes.
Yeah, I had
preschool classes, whatever it was.
Preschool.
And then he takes a nap in the afternoon, so we have to change our taping.
Well, no, okay. When I get up for work every day at 4 o'clock when your alarm goes off, can I call you?
No, because I'm sleeping. But you know what?
You got to get your beauty rest?
That's the job you chose. You want to be done before everybody else.
I could say something, but I won't open a can of worms.
Well, why not? We're only on television. Actually, I think I gave you your first morning radio job. You didn't want to do it, but he's still doing it.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's right.
You didn't want to do it.
Because I hated morning.
You were nice and cozy doing television.
I was very happy.
And we moved you over to radio.
Yes,
anyway,
yes,
enough about reminiscing. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Fred Jackson. I was surprised when Fred said this was one of the top 3 losses because, honestly, they've had so many tough losses over the years. How do you even remember? But as of this week, it's one of his toughest.
I thought that was so funny when you played that because we have Fred on Monday mornings with us. And I was going to ask him that very question. And I didn't. Because I thought there's been so many, he's either A, used to it by now, or he just, it would be just one of the many. And when you played that comment, I thought, wow, now I kind of regret that I didn't ask him. I asked him how you handle it. You're used to dealing with it, so how do you get by? But I was curious. I was going to say, where would you rank this one? I wouldn't have thought it would have been that high on the list. He said top 3. I would have thought it would be. But you know what? In light of where they were in the standings and still saying, well, you're not too far from a wild card and you've got the favorable part of the schedule and all that stuff, I understand that in the context of his comment.
I thought lost in the whole discussion of the postgame because of the 2 drops by Johnson and Chandler was the defensive or the lack of a defensive stand just prior to that and some of the controversial calls. And I had a funny question, and that was on the 3rd down play where Atlanta got called for a personal foul, legal hands to the face. The Bills took the penalty.
Right.
Had they not taken the penalty, would Atlanta have kicked the field goal? Or would they have gone for it on 4th and 2 at the goal line?
Yeah, a guy called us too, and I don't know. I mean, although his point was, could the Bills have declined it, which is, I guess, where you're going with your discussion. What if the Bills say, we decline it, it's 4th down at the 5? I'm trying to think. The penalty was at the 1.
They were about the 2-yard line.
2? Okay, because they marked him back to the 16.
Right.
So if the Bills decline it, I would have tacked it on and said, hey, give me 2 downs. I know it's 2 downs. I'll stop him. But, yeah, I don't know. If I were Mike Smith, he would have been under 2 minutes. I don't remember his timeout situation. Me personally, I would have gone for it. What have I got to lose? I've got 2 wins. I've already been eliminated from the playoffs. I would go for the touchdown, but I'm not sure what he would have done at that point.
No, it's a what if, as Doug Marrone said. Now, did you get my point at the top of the show? If you look at Doug Marrone, his face is all puffy. He's getting more grays. Not like us, of course. But
we're aging well.
This station is taking, this season is taking a toll.
You know what you need to do is you take, at the end of the season, you have a clip of Doug Marrone in his end of the season press conference, and you have a clip of Doug Marrone, day got the job, his welcoming press conference, and see what's happening.
Well, that's what I said.
It's like looking at President Obama in the second, or any president in the second.
Well, I said that at the beginning of the show, and you were right here when I said it.
I know. I said you should do that.
I don't think you're paying attention.
You should do that. It's a good idea.
I listen to you in the morning. At least you could pay attention to me while you're in the studio.
Oh, did you say something about Marrone at the top of the show?
Yes,
I'm sorry, I wasn't watching. No, I think it's funny. We get people now calling us or tweeting us, because that's the thing you do now. You tweet talk shows, feeling sorry for Doug Marrone. Like, I'll have people call up and say, I feel sorry for him. Because almost like now he knows what it's like to be in that job, and now you know how this can kill you because they'll take years off your life and all that. In less than 1 year on the job, people are already calling and saying,
I think he strikes everybody as a no BS guy. He puts it right out there. He doesn't try to fool you. He doesn't do much coach speak. He explains what he's going through. And he's experiencing firsthand, and you can see the frustration. As he said, we can't get them over that hump.
I think it's a good thing for the fans. You're right, Bob. I think he feels, you would feel he seems more like a fan. Seems like the losses affect him more like they would affect the fans, more like it would affect us, as opposed to some of the previous head coaches who are more businesslike, whether it's, well, I can't see the team, have the team see me down and frustrated. Instead, he'll stand there after the Kansas City game and say, I can't lie to you. This really hurts.
All right.
And Stevie, not go pet the dog.
Stevie Johnson.
Yeah.
It seems like if Stevie Johnson would just say, you know what, that's on me. I blew it. But he doesn't. So now, since Sunday, fans are and they call your station. They cut them, get rid of them.
Yeah.
Chandler comes out. It's on me. My mistake. Heats off of Chandler.
Right.
Stevie just doesn't seem to know how to read the room.
I think even if he said it's on me, it still wouldn't change the opinion of a lot of people. I think a lot of people have formed their opinion about Stevie Johnson for whatever reason, whether it's, and they'll recite the list. They make it sound like, by the way, that he's dropped 20 touchdown passes in his career. Now, I know the Pittsburgh game, and the third down pass against New England this year, and the Atlanta game. And then they'll bring up, the message on the undershirt, the Cincinnati game, the celebration penalty against the Jets, and falling down against New England, he got the penalty. So I think what's happened is, I'm okay with Stevie Johnson. I think he's a good football player. I wouldn't cut him. I think if you cut him, you're cutting a good football player off your roster. Now you're making your team worse, and you've got to go find a receiver to replace him. So I would not cut him. I think that's silly. But I think a lot of people have made up their mind about Stevie for whatever reason. The drops, the penalties, the I don't follow the Bills workout plan, and no matter what happens, you're going to, whatever it is. We had a guy call the postgame show today and complain because Stevie tweeted a picture of himself eating tacos the day before the Toronto game. And I'm like, come on, really? Yeah. Come on. Okay, so he can't eat the day before a game.
It showed that he wasn't focused.
He's not focused because he was eating the day before the game. So that's what I said. I think if you've made up your mind, it doesn't matter. You're just always going to see the negative, and you're not going to see the positive.
Well, he put the target on his back.
Well, sure.
And he wants it when he's in the limelight, but when it's a negative, he doesn't want to be there. Okay, so what's your opinion? Should the Bills try to lose more games now to get a higher draft pick, or should they try to end up at 500?
You know what? Usually I'm in the go ahead and losing at the higher draft pick. I feel like they're making steps, Bob. I think there are some strides. I like some of the things I've seen. I like Marone. I like Mike Pettin. I like Nathaniel Hackett. I think it's a good coaching staff. I like the progress I've seen in E.J. Manuel. I am not about tank it and get a higher draft pick. I want to see this team win some games. I need to see it go on the road. Win some road games. They've had one. And that was, with Thad Lewis at Miami. Let me see EJ go in and win some road games. How about winning back-to-back games? They have yet to do that this season. So I'd like to see them win. I want to see them build some kind of momentum and learn about how to win some football games to carry over for next year.
Well, I know analytics is big on your station. You guys talk
Well,
analytics.
it's big with Jeremy and Matthew. Yeah. I don't understand all of it. I have to have
So I did some of my own analytics, and I brought it out on the Fred Jackson show last night.
Look at you.
This team on the road, they give up an average of 35 points a game. At home, they give up 21 points a game.
Okay.
Offensively, they're pretty even, which is surprising considering they have a rookie quarterback.
Right.
But it's the defense that, when they go on the road, that puts the offense usually in a bad spot. They did it against Sunday. The offense got out to a quick lead, and the defense just let Atlanta back in the game.
Right.
So why are the defenders? Is it the home crowd that tends to help them at home? It's an interesting.
That's a good question.
Analytical point.
You know what? We'll bring it up with Doug Marone. I'll even credit you if you'd like.
Well,
or I'll just say, a listener sent me this.
Look, if he doesn't know the mayor of Toronto, he'll have no idea who I am. Okay. We're going to talk Buffalo Sabres hockey when we come back with Howard Simon right after this.